Good morning, everybody. How is everyone? Happy Sunday. Hope everybody's having a fantastic weekend. I know I've been having a pretty good weekend. No complaints. And, if I did complain, not many people would listen anyway. So I typically don't, but really it's been good. I keep forgetting that I have tomorrow off. Yay, Labor Day. So got an extra day today to get a couple of things done. Some housework. That's, basically the main thing. So right now I'm just sitting here, waking up, sipping some coffee. If anybody wants to punch anything in, ask me any questions, by all means. I don't have any topics planned, as usual. Blood and Beans is always a very casual stream. Pockets Lockhart is with me this morning. She is also just waking up. And Shiloh is still sleeping. You might be asking, how come everybody is waking up at 11 o'clock in the afternoon? Well, that's because we all party pretty hard over here. And, maybe not party in the way that most people do. We just stay up late and watch lots of movies and hang out together. But we seem to do that every weekend. So it's like a family party. And it's family oriented, mostly. At least when there's children in the room. Good morning, Somber. How are you, man? Somber and I were playing a little Population 1. This past, what was that? Yesterday, the day before? It was Friday? It was Friday. It was Thursday night. It was Thursday night I recorded because we couldn't get VR chat to work. We were going to meet up and play some pool, but I couldn't get my headset to work. But I did later on, and we played some Pop 1. Good morning, Fuzzy. How are you? Devane, how many legacy series do you have on your channel? You mean like series from my old channel? That kind of legacy? Locust Lake is definitely one of them, but not all those stories were up on my channel. So that entire series never made it up on my channel. There was all the way up to the second part of the Cult of Locusts, and then after that, that was the last Locust Lake up on my channel. So the Collector, the Legacy, and then the last three, something woeful, something Wicked, Woeful, and Wretched didn't make it up either. There were two other journal entries on my other channel that have yet to be reread. So even though Locust Lake is over, those two journal entries are still coming, and there's a reason why I've been holding them in my back pocket. You'll find that out as time goes on, I promise. So even though Locust Lake is done, the second series is finished. Obviously you might still get some Locust Lake here and there in the forms of prequels. So just keep that one in mind. I'll keep you guys satisfied. Don't worry, I promise. And I know a lot of people are very sad about the Locust Lake's ending. Endings are nothing but glorified beginnings. Got some really great stuff planned for the whole month of October. So not just the beginning of October, October 2nd, but the whole month. Creepypasta Day, October 13th. I've got something really awesome planned. The 13 days of Halloween. I got a really good lineup and some surprises in there. So just make sure it's going to be fun. There's no doubt about it. And I know I keep skipping over September. It's not because there's nothing awesome coming in September. There's actually some really cool things. There's the sequel to Betrayal, which is coming. I really liked that story. That's finally going to be coming out. There's a collaboration between me and somebody else, not Doughboy 420, and it's a different take on the genre. It's a fantasy horror story, so it's a little bit different than what we've been used to so far. The wretched, vile, dead girls shouldn't have sex. That's going to be coming out shortly. So this is all happening in the month of September before October, which is explosive. We got quite the combo for sure. Yes, R.I.P. Casper, R.I.P. Jacob, R.I.P. Locust Lake, R.I.P. Redcoat, Dr. Clark. Yeah, yeah. I know. Trust me. Just hang with me, Fuzzy. Great things coming. So other legacy series, Not All Heroes Wear Capes. That's another series that was up on my old channel. Didn't make it all the way. Again, was only up to part 4, even though it's a 6-part series. So I didn't get the whole thing uploaded. Not only is that all uploaded now with the compilation vid, putting all of those videos together, but the second series is halfway written. So that Not All Heroes Wear Capes series 2 is coming. Coming so far. Then let's see, what's another one? The Dreamscapes. Dreamscape and Return to Dreamscape were up on my old channel, and I talked for about 2 years about writing a third series. So, and I never did. Not until last year, last summer. So that's the third series. That's new. But again, so that series was up, just wasn't there the whole way. Friday the 13th NES, that one was up. That compilation video that's on my channel right now on this one is actually a compilation of just all those old narrations, because I don't have it all written down anymore. Some of it was handwritten, not typed out, and I don't have those handwritten stories. So I don't have the whole thing in text. I could transcribe it, just have never gone back and done so yet. So there are some legacy series on the old channel, but there's some new ones here too that aren't legacy series, like Lawson's Lament, which I know that seems a little bit all over the place right now. There's a story here, doesn't seem connected to this story, doesn't seem connected to this story. What the hell is going on? Trust me, there's actually a cohesive origin story starting to be written right now. Something that's been planned. So there is rhyme, reason, and chronology associated with the Lawson's Laments that are up now, and you're going to start seeing more of them shortly, because that's a series that's going to be, usually I like to do series like, we'll write this one and then we'll do the next one and then we'll do the next one. Lawson's Lament is something that you're going to get a little bit here and there, and it could be in the form of Big Saturday story, and it could be in the form of a tidbit. So in the way of like Locust Lakes, it's different in those aspects. It's the same in the fact that you'll get one sporadically, but it's different in the fact that some of them will actually be tidbits released on Tuesdays and Thursdays. But some of them will be big, elaborate Saturday stories. Yeah, so the Dreamscape is it's 2/3 legacy. And then the third one right now, the one that's coming out, the one that's out right now that I'm reading, Ouroboros, that series is new. That one's written by me. That's why the first 2 series are written by Doughboy, and then the third series is written by me, is because after 3 years, I finally got off my ass and decided to write the third series and get it done so I could publish the book. And that's what I did. And the finale to Dreamscape is coming out this weekend. And I just want to reiterate, it's the end of the series. It's the end of the third series, and it does cohesively wrap the whole narrative into one big package, which is why it's the ending. There is a true ending in the book that I'm not going to narrate. So it's called God, I wrote it. I can't even remember the subtitle. Dreamscape Ouroboros. Here, let's look it up. I could just go grab the book, but I'm not going to do that because I can just pull up my docs right now. I think it's called Revelations, if I'm not mistaken. Let's find out. I know it's been forever, and I haven't narrated it, so it's not fresh in my mind because I'm not going to. And there's also a prologue story in the Dreamscape book as well that's not narrated and won't be narrated, and it is tied to the rest of the stories, and it's tied directly to the epilogue story. So it rewraps. It's basically like taking a wrapped up package and then shrink wrapping it for shipping. So it's like it's repackaged and Dreamscape Epilogue: The Redemption. And there is a little bit of hinting towards it towards the end of the one that I'm writing now. But the whole series will make sense, or not writing now, the one that's coming out this weekend. The whole series will make sense once you do hear this story, but there is more to it in the book. And the reason why I do that is because, you're paying for a book. So, and by the way, yes, good morning, Raph. I think I was neglectful in saying hello, and I apologize for that. Good morning. How are you? The reason why I do that, though, why I leave stories that I don't narrate in my books, is because I figure everybody would like it that way. I know it sounds strange, but I figure if you're buying a book, you would like something in there that's completely exclusive, correct? Like there's a reason to buy the book beyond just owning the stories in text form. Um, so that's why I do that. All my books have at least one exclusive. Most of them have more than one, 2 to 3. The new one that's coming out this September is going to have 4, but I might read one of those. I might read one and drop it back down to 3. Good morning, sexy Grandma Darkness. How are you? Happy Sunday. It's been a while. I hope you've been doing well. I'm glad to see that you're doing well. Um, Excited to talk to you again. So, welcome. It's excellent to see you. So, but yeah, that's all the legacy stories that I can really think of, series that I can think of. But there is more being planned. Oh, a morbid curiosity regarding that story, Somber says. And I'm guessing he means dead girls shouldn't have sex. You have all talked me into a premiere for that. Again, it's not safe for work. Uh, it's one of those stories, comes with an explicit warning. It is going to be premiered, but it's going to be a late Friday night premiere. And it is done. It is all done, ready to go. It's uploaded, sitting as private and waiting to be released. And the reason I'm waiting to release it is because I didn't want to take the focus off of Locust Lake and Dreamscape at the moment. We're wrapping up 2 different series, and I don't want something shocking coming out to go ahead and disrupt that focus, if that makes sense. So I figured a little bit later in the month, a little closer to October. I'd actually like to come out with Betrayal 2. Ethan Blades wrote that. It's pretty dark in parts, and I'd kind of like that to go out as a warm up beforehand. It will depend on scheduling, though. I do have to check to take a look at when I have videos scheduled out, but I'm pretty sure I can work this around because the week before October, there's something special coming out the very first weekend in October, and I want to have a private screening with the cast and crew the Friday, not the Friday night right beforehand, but the Friday before that, which would fall into September. And that would also be technically probably the same night that DGSHS would premiere at midnight. And I don't want those 2 things to interfere. So DGSHS will probably come out the weekend beforehand, the Friday before that, so the second to last week in September. And Betrayal 2 is actually a tidbit. It's a long tidbit. It's a 25-minute long tidbit. It's a chunky tidbit. So I might have that come out the Tuesday before, and I can reschedule things. So that would be, let me check the calendar real quick. September. So the last Friday is the 24th. So September 17th, which means Betrayal 2 would come out not this coming Tuesday, but next Tuesday. And then next Friday would be the release of DGSHS. And then the 24th would be that private screening for cast and crew of the project that's being released on October 2nd. So it looks like I can do this. Yes, I would have to agree with Fuzzy and Somber and Devane and say yes. SGD, we have missed you around here. I think all of us have. It's definitely been questions and comments by almost everybody, at least at some point in time, as to if anybody has seen you or talked to you. Pretty sure there were some people that might have been concerned. I know I was a little bit concerned. It's very nice to see you again. Sorry, mouth is getting a little bit dry. That's why we keep the bean juice close at hand. Happy September, by the way. It is now September, We have started our horror movie marathon. No, I have not thrown anything on the TV yet today, as you know, I woke up late and stuff like that. Pockets has been putting on some really great stuff, making it very difficult to narrate. On Friday, I came home from work, wanted to go narrate, and she put on Army of Darkness, which was very hard for me to just walk away from and go narrate. So, but we got it done. We got it done. Stayed focused. Stayed focused. Speaking of the bean juice, yes. I have this Friday the 13th mug. I don't know. I think it holds like 16 ounces or something like that. I'm working on my third one. Good stuff. Can't get enough coffee. At least I can't on Sundays or any day. By the way, also, I'm pretty sure I haven't talked about this yet. I saw the new Candyman movie last Sunday, and I know a lot of people absolutely loved it. I know some people that I've kind of watched reviews for, they didn't care for it for one reason or another. Not going to say any reasons why. I want to keep things non-political here. Personally, I fucking loved it. It was absolutely awesome. It was everything I wanted it to be. Hello, creepy con girl. Happy Sunday. Good morning. It was absolutely fantastic. Absolutely loved the Candyman movie. I think if you're a fan of the original, if you like the first Candyman, honestly, I have no hesitation in saying definitely go watch this one. And no, it is not a remake. I was right. It is a sequel. I'm not going to say any more than that, but I was right. It's not a remake. It is a sequel, and it is fantastic. Now, is it take place in the same universe as part 2 and part 3? That's a little bit more ambiguous. It doesn't really outright explain that. It doesn't really outright touch on those two movies. But it does at one point, I believe, and I'm not going to say how or why, but I believe at one point it does kind of allude to the second one taking place. So I honestly feel it fits as Candyman 4. It is a direct sequel to the first one, though. Absolutely. But I still feel it takes place in the same universe as all of them. That is awesome. That is awesome. If you speak to Mr. Tony Todd again, give him a giant digital hug for me, because I absolutely love that man. Stop stepping on me sidewalk. Sorry. He was in Hatchet.
Be careful walking on me sidewalk.
Sorry, yes. Be careful walking on me sidewalk. But we haven't watched the Hatchet movies in like a year.
Yeah,
I have to relearn them. But big fan of Tony Todd. Huge fan of Tony Todd. Kane Hodder, Robert Englund, all those guys. Doug Bradley. Those are my childhood heroes. So that's really cool. That's really cool. So I'm guessing maybe you've seen the new Candyman movie, Creepy Clown Girl. Like I said, if you haven't, it's highly recommended. It's very, very good. But yeah, hooked up my PlayStation 2 into the game room. My Pockets PlayStation, the PlayStation 2 into the game room. It is Pockets.
Gave it to me for Christmas. It's mine.
Yes, it is technically it is yours, but what's mine is yours.
Don't even go there.
Like you can't go in the game room and play the arcade machine. That is families. Anyways, Pockets' PlayStation 2 is in the game room. I did misspeak. It is hers. She told me to, I was allowed to go ahead and hook it up in there. So now I've got PlayStation 1, 2, and 3 games to play. So I've added to the collection. Lots and lots of stuff to do in there. I actually sat in there last night to play a game and kind of got overwhelmed. Didn't know what exactly to play because there's so much. Really? That would be awesome. Would very much like to reach out to Tony Todd, especially if he'd respond. I know I've reached out to Adam Green. Would like to reach out to Kane Hodder, but that costs money in any capacity, and not Not gonna. I did reach out to Felicia Day. Not sure how many people know who she is. She played Charlie in Supernatural. Didn't get a response back, but you can reach out to her. Tony Todd, though, I'll give that a try. There's definitely a thing or two I'd like to say to him, and maybe one or two things I wouldn't mind asking. We'll see. But who am I? I'm just a fan. But that's where I like to be, to tell you the truth. Always be a fan of horror. First and foremost. Hope everybody enjoyed, though, the Locust Lake series finale last night. I really tried to go over the top with it. And I know a lot of people was very well received. Oh, yeah, Somber, taken off. Please drive safe, man. I know you got a long drive. I know you're not feeling well. So, stay focused. And be careful. I have not heard of Vectrex. I'll have to go ahead and look that up. But yes, definitely hope you guys enjoyed the finale last night. Tried to go very much over the top. I know Doughboy wrote it in such a way that it was very bombastic and over the top and epic. I know I tried to put that same energy into mixing up the video with the acting. 100, I think there was like 137 voice lines for voice actors. It was a lot of lines. And I added like 90 sound effects. So I am very glad that you liked it. I know I really liked it. Doughboy messaged me and said that he really enjoyed it. That's what a Vectrex is. No, I don't. I've never seen one, but I'd love one. This looks amazing. It's so retro. It looks like the perfect thing to like play Galaga and Space Invaders, Centipede, because it's the elongated screen going the other way, up and down. That's actually really cool. I like that. Thank you for putting me in that. It's expensive. These things are not cheap, man. No, I've never even heard of a Vectrex. Huh. Interesting as hell. Learn something new every day. Yeah, I'll say. That's really... Well, you got one for $200? That's freaking awesome. I mean, I'd play the hell out of it, but I'd also like take really good care of it, because you know that thing's going to be... It already is. I mean, it's worth more than $200. Imagine what that's going to be worth in like 10 years. And again, I don't know about you, but I would never sell it. My stuff is, it's half collection, half museum. Like I don't sell anything unless I have duplicates. If I get a duplicate of something that I didn't realize that, I already had this. I think I did that with one of the Turok games. I ended up having the gray cartridge for it, and I saw the black cartridge, and I remember thinking, because it was like $5. I was like, do I already have this game though, or not? And I picked it up anyway because I thought it might have been a different one. But it wasn't. It was the exact same Turok that I had. So now I have 2 copies. But now if I want to, I could always sell the gray copy. But again, what am I going to get for that? $5. So right now the gray copy is like a cup holder. It's not, but could be. That's freaking awesome though. $200 is a really good price. I bought my Atari, one with the wood paneling and stuff like that when I found it at a flea market for like $45. It came with like 12 games, 2 controllers, all the hookups. And like the games were stuff like Mario Brothers and stuff like that. So that was a pretty sweet deal. Um, I need to get an adapter though, because the obviously I don't have a VHF television, and it's the only thing I have to be able to look up. I did splice a coax onto the end of a VHF cable, and you can get it to work that way, but it's very hard to get in clear. It's wicked fuzzy. It's a pain in the ass. You got to mess with it every single time you go to use it. So if I want to play Atari right now, I'll emulate it or I'll play on my flashback. But I do have one, and I need the I believe it's called an S adapter or an F adapter. I'd have to look it up again. Yes, well, the other Atari 2600 console is not the wood panel one. Pockets is talking about the
23 playable consoles altogether,
more
including handheld.
More than that now. But that one is just it didn't have the hookups for it. It was just the console, and it was the old slim version, or not the old, the newer one that came out. It is old now, but it was one of the later or last versions of the 2600 that came out. It's black and slim. So when I saw the wooden one that came with, it's the wood paneling one from the 70s. It's got all the hookups, 12 games, $45. And obviously, I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to be like, well, I don't need the console because I already have one of those. Like, no, this is way better. So I do have one. It's not hooked up at the moment because it's such a pain in the ass. Built-in game, do not pass level 13. I am imagining that it crashes the system. That's a pretty big flaw. Yeah, you said that one contest offer spawned 4 different story ideas. I say finish them all, and then you just got to figure out which one to send in. Send one in for the contest, but then just send them all to me anyway, if you want, because I'll read them. I'll read them. I need Tuesday tidbits. Nightmare typically does the Thursdays. It's either me or her, but Charlie Blackmore Thursdays. And Ethan Blades writes a lot of my Tuesdays, but he's not any kind of like schedule or obligation or agreement or anything like that. So I mean, I always, need Tuesday tidbits, because if I don't have one, then I got to write it myself. And I enjoy writing them, but there's other things that I'm working on. And it's like, well, I could write this, but I need to write this. Actually, though, I am pretty far ahead. I've got a lot of stories saved up. I still have a ton of Doughboys that I haven't read from my old channel. A lot of legacy Doughboy stories. The Hat Man, the Skin Book, the Viaduct, the Family Part 1 and Part 2, Devil Named Bendy, Police Brutality, Polybius. I mean, I could keep going. The Little Black Box, the McAneel, the Swamp. He's got a lot of stories that I've still got to read. I've got a few of mine. I got like 5 left that haven't been read from my old channel. Like my Eyeless Jack story. I haven't reread that one yet. There's a Facebook story that I wrote. I haven't reread that one yet. There's like 5 of those, but I got like 25 of Doughboys, if not more. And then I've got I just narrated one, and I did Something Hides in the River Mist. I do have at least one more story though that I can think of. Pretty sure it's just one that I've written that I haven't read yet. But this isn't also including, series stuff and stuff that I've already written for like Christmas, like Krampus Claus 3. That's written. That's coming for Christmas. It's been done actually for a few months. There's The Project that's coming up. I've been writing for that. So there's definitely things that I've got stockpiled. I've got a lot of stuff put out. And yes, Grim is correct. There's actually that tribute story to my backstory that's coming out. That part 2, actually, because part 1 came out, I think it was right before April 1st. It's like March 29th or March 30th of this year it came out. So part 2, that'll be coming out in November. Betrayal 3 is being written. That'll be coming out in November. So we've got lots of things planned for the rest of the year. If anybody has any questions or anything they want to go ahead and throw in, by all means, go ahead and leave a comment. Probably going to close out the stream here, though, in a couple of minutes and get to jumping on my day. But it's been fantastic chilling with you guys. Thank you for stopping in this Sunday. But again, if you guys want to throw anything in, you want to get anything else out of me before I close out, by all means, go ahead and punch it in. So, okay. Well, I want to thank you all for stopping in to this Blood and Beans. It's been absolutely fantastic chilling with everybody. Hope everybody had a fantastic Sunday. Hope everybody has a fantastic Labor Day weekend tomorrow, or Labor Day weekend this weekend, and then Labor Day tomorrow. Please be safe out there, and hope to see you again throughout the coming weeks, this weekend and October and everything to come. Have a great day. Love you all. Bye-bye.